face match darts, became roaring back. What do you think was the moment the momentum changed?
I don't know, to be honest, I felt like I was playing pretty well, but Stephen was just playing better. Sometimes, I was I think I was 2-0 down that last set. I thought, I don't really deserve to not win a leg. I thought I was playing okay, but he was just roaring and he was hitting the right scores at the right time, getting in at the right time, made it incredibly hard for me. And it was a no win, no lose for me. At the end of the day, it was trying to get a leg on the board, and I did. And then obviously things can turn around very quickly in this format. If you can't get in all of a sudden, and I can get in, then it can turn the whole game around. If you're 1-0 up, 2-0, that just proves to you it's not game over. I felt like it probably was, but it was one of them circumstances where when I got a leg on the board, I kind of relaxed and thought, well, Stephen's playing too well, he's probably going to win. But I come roaring back, and after I won the second set, I played decent enough.
Last year we spoke about your hopes to end as world number 4. Now as defending champion and world number 1. How are you handling additional pressure this year?
Yep. I handled it okay. I think you can only handle it with experience. I think this is I know it's my first year of experience in this. So yeah, I don't think the added pressures. It feels horrible. I enjoy the pressure. I enjoy it, but it was kind of a hard game because you had so many people shouting out while I was throwing, and that's kind of hard. You just want that little bit of respect when you're throwing. That's all you ask for, and it was really hard. So after a couple of legs, I just thought, just don't get drawn into the emotion of the crowd and what they're chanting out against Joe, and just try and get the game won, and I did in the end, and I was very lucky, to be honest.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Huge. Congratulations. You seem very emotional tonight, more than normal. Is that because this is where it all started?
Yeah, it's obviously I don't want to lose first round. No one does. It's probably in my eyes one of the toughest draws I could have got. So I knew that I was in for a really, really tough game. Stephen come out the block so well that if he would have won that game 6-0, I'd have felt kind of unlucky not to win at least a leg. But when I won that first leg, I kind of took the initiative and didn't look back, to be honest. And I could look at it very, very fortunate. If he takes a double out, he could have won that 6-0. I think he did. I think it was, won it. Yeah, so he could have won 6-0, and I could not won a leg. End up winning the game. That's how crazy this format is, and it's not nice playing best of 3. I'm just happy now as we go into the next round. It's best of 5, and if you make too many mistakes, you'll be out. But you can escape a couple of mistakes. You can't do it in the first round.
We know this tournament catapulted your whole entire career this time last year. What was it like coming back here for the first time?
Yeah, I've been back here many times because of the Pro Tours, so it doesn't the person that drove me, Ethan, he said I bet this feels special driving up here. It was not really, because I've been here about 5 times since then. So yeah, it didn't feel any different, to be honest. But I know when I drive up Tally Pally, that will feel different because I haven't been there a whole year, and it will have good memories. So yeah, it didn't feel any different for me, to be honest. But the first round's always a lottery, to be honest. Anybody can win, anybody can beat anybody. So once you make the first round, then the second round's a lot more. It sort of favours the better player.
People always used to say about Phil and Michael, if you don't get them early, you don't get them at all. Has the Phil just missed an opportunity to get Luke Humphries?
I hope that's the truth. I hope I'm sitting in on Sunday night and telling you that was true. But anybody can still get me. I'm not unbeatable, and I was 5-0 in legs down there. So anybody knows that if you play well against me, you can beat me. There's this facade of if no one can beat me or Luke or Michael, but they can. If you play well enough, you can beat anybody. And Stephen played well enough for the first 5 legs. Just unfortunate that double didn't go in for him. And then I come roaring back, and I think that shows a true fighter. And I've been in this position so many times. Last year against Peter Wright, last year against Garrison in the Grand Slam. Mark Van Gogh in the Players Championships, Joe Cullen, Ricardo in the Worlds. I just don't give up. I never, as much as it may look like I've given, I never give up. I will never give in until that last dart's gone in, and I've just proved it again that I'm a fighter, and I'll never give in till it's over.
Luke, many congratulations.
Thank you.
Luke, we saw a nice embrace between you and Stephen at the end there. What did Stephen say to you?
Oh, I don't know if I want to tell you, to be honest. It wasn't, he just, I don't know if I want to tell you. Okay, I do, but he just said I bottled it, that's what he said, but I don't think he did, to be honest. I think he missed one good dart and it didn't go in for him, and then when you're chasing the game, it's hard. I don't believe he bottled it. He said that, but I don't think he did. I just think it's one unlucky dart. He looked like he threw it well. If it goes in, then he's 2-0 winner, so yeah, it was kind of hard with the crowd like behind you, and they're just chanting football chants all the time. Like, let's leave football at home. We're at darts now. You know,
That kind of fire you up a bit.
it did a little bit in the end. I was kind of like in a negative attitude where I thought, you know what, I'm just not going to retaliate to it all because I just can't be bothered. You know, we're here to play darts. This is, you know, I support Leeds United. Everyone knows that, but let's leave the football chants at home. We're dart players. We're not footballers. You know, so if I'm in a football field and Leeds are playing against whoever and they're chanting it to me, then I'll accept it and love it and I'll embrace it. And I still try to embrace it, but you know, it's just constant. Like, we're at darts. That's not. But if it carries on, then so be it. It won't affect me. You know, it didn't affect me to win that game. But the crowd were good regardless of that. It was nice to be back.
And coming into this, obviously you won the Players' Championship last week. Did that almost come at the perfect time coming into this stage of the season now?
It probably did, to be honest. I think, you know, I've not been playing the best darts the last 2 months. My throw has, dare I say it, not been in the greatest shape. It doesn't feel as fluent as it has been in many moments throughout my career, but I always find a way to turn it around. It's been like that the last 2 years, where 1 minute is great, the next it's not great, and I think that's why I'm an up and down player. Some people see me in a 2-3 months period, but I'm winning everything. Then for 2 months I can't win a thing, and everyone's like, oh, he's off form. But then all of a sudden it'll come back again, and I'll start winning things. So, you know, it's just something I think I have to just accept. You know, I texted my girlfriend earlier and said, she said, how's practice going? I said, not really that great, to be honest. You know, it hasn't been going great the last couple of months, but when Rob Cross come and practice me, I've got a lot to thank for him, because when he comes and practices with me, everything changes. I feel the drive, and he really does help me out. So, yeah, when he come and practice, it changed.
Luke, how do you think the reaction and the reception from the crowd has changed to yourself over the last 12 months or so?
Well, it's not bad anymore. It's just more football chants, to be honest. But like I just said, you know, I love the banter, and I love, you know, Leeds are falling apart again. It's great, but you know that we're at darts now. You know, this isn't a football arena. This is a darts arena, and you know, I enjoyed the chants of "Let's go Bunting" because I kind of am a fan of Stephen as a friend, so I like them. But yeah, the football ones, you know, that if it carries on, it is what it is. But you know, for me, it's just, you know, we're not here for football. We're here for darts, and you know, chant your favourite and don't chant your not favourite. But yeah, it's all interesting. It's all a bit of fun. But you know, Leeds weren't falling apart again tonight, unfortunately for them.
In terms of the evolution of your game, it's obviously been an incredible 12 months or so. But how different does it feel coming back as a champion, and how different do you feel in terms of your position in the world of darts?
I mean, honestly, I don't feel any difference that way. I don't think of myself as the champ. You know, a good way to put it, a lot of people are saying to me, you know, you're defending the title, but I'm not defending anything. You know, I can't defend last year's title. That's gone. I can only retain it. So I'm not defending anything in my eyes. That's the way I look at it. You know, I can never defend last year's title. That's gone. It's in the past now. It's to the future. I can only retain. So yeah, the only thing that can change for me is I take the trophy and I had for the last year. That's it. So yeah, I'm not really defending anything. I'm just trying to retain the trophy that I did have. And you know, for me, I would love to do one of the 4 that I did win. You know, the Grand Prix, the Grand Slam, the Players, or the Worlds. I'd love to retain one of them. I'd love to be at the Worlds, but just one of them would be nice, just to prove that you've gone back to back.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Luke, 12 months ago, before you started this major winning streak, do you think that's the game you win?
Who knows, to be honest. I think being a major champion makes you stronger and mentally. You know, I cut all my emotions off there in halfway through the game. You know, I was getting a bit disappointed, but I thought, you know what, sometimes you just have to accept that the better player may win this one. And if I walked off there, I'd have been gutted, but you know, I'd have accepted it. He was the much better player the first 2 sets, let's be honest. And you know, I missed a couple of darts in the first leg. I think I missed 3. I missed 1 in the second or something like that. I could have been, you know, could have won that set. But sometimes you just have to accept that the better player may win, and he almost did. But I came roaring back, didn't give up, and you know, that's what true champions are made of. And how many times have we been in this position where I've sat here and said, I'm a fortunate boy, and then I go on to win. So you know, I don't say I'm going to win, but we'll see. But these sort of moments do put your name on the title just a little bit extra.
And in this short format, when you see your opponent averaging over 106, I think it was, how do you try and keep focused, stay positive? Do you try and think, surely he's going to drop off, or how do you?
Well, you don't think surely, you just hope they drop off, to be honest. I think if he carried that level on, he would have won, and rightly so. You know, you can't do nothing against them sort of games in a non-double start in. But for me, I thought the first 2 sets I doubled in pretty well. You know, the last set it wasn't as good, but Stephen was even worse. So, you know, I got my fortunateness, but if you stick in there and allow yourself to be in the game, you'll allow something like that to happen, like Stephen to miss, and he did, and I come roaring back, like I said, and you know, the rest is history. Who knows what can happen now, and I look forward to, you know, the next game.
Huge well done, Luke. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers.